Joining us this morning is Sarah Kaufman, a commissioner for New York City's Taxi and Limo Commission, also a director of the NYU Rudin Center for Transportation. Sarah, it's great to have you. Thanks for the time this morning. Obviously, we mentioned some of the controversy leading up to today. Your thoughts about the policy and what kind of data are you going to be looking at to see if, in fact, it's working?
Yeah, thanks for having me. This policy is long awaited. It's long overdue. Driving in Lower Manhattan is a premium. It's not something that you usually need to do. There are subways and buses. The policy bears out in terms of transportation efficiency and economic value. Right now, Manhattan is in a constant state of gridlock. The status quo is not tenable. So it is hugely important that the policy take hold. There will be an adjustment period, but people will acclimate to this new change.
It's a very nice way of putting what is a pretty onerous tax on New Yorkers that live in downtown Manhattan, New Yorkers and people from New Jersey that have to commute into the city. I mean, it seems highly unfair and also arbitrary.
Well, it's unfair if there weren't other options, but there are about 20 different subway lines that people can take. There are commuter rail services, there are buses, ferries. There are so many different ways that people can get around. This isn't a rural area lacking sufficient transit. This is the densest concentration of public transit in the country. And so people have options. It's about making a choice to do so. This is a policy that has, go ahead.
No, sorry to interrupt. I just wonder if you think it'll actually improve congestion or just add it. I mean, people pay it because they have to commute.
Yes, and people will acclimate. It will likely take a few months, as it did in other cities that have implemented this in the past, like London, Singapore, and Stockholm. People took a few months to adjust their commuting habits, and eventually all of these places appreciated the reduction in gridlock. It's simply untenable right now, the amount of gridlock that we have.
What do you think is the more optimal outcome? As Sarah suggests, drivers just continue to pay the toll, it raises revenue, it feeds capex in the subway, or in fact congestion drops and average driving speeds rise? Which would you rather see?
Both. So we'd like to see a reduction in traffic, but there will still be enough traffic to fund improvements on the subway system, to fund the purchase of electric buses, to protect from coastal flooding, which is happening more frequently now, and in general to improve transit services. So people will benefit regardless of what mode they choose to use, because we will see an increase in traffic efficiency, buses will move faster, business deliveries and workers will have more reliable schedules. And so ideally, we will see the overall benefit of this program.
I mean, it also faces some legal hurdles. New Jersey, for one, has sued over the toll program. The United Federation of Teachers, which we know is very key politically, is in court to stop it. Manhattan residents are trying to sue, and also President-elect Trump is against it. So I wonder how you're going to deal with all of those complaints and suits and legal pushback.
Well, at this point, it is in effect. The congestion charge is currently occurring. So today is the first weekday of it. These suits will have to be taken to federal court, which the president and these other parties are welcome to do when President Trump is in office. And sometimes new policies can be unpopular, but in the end, people acclimate to enjoying them.